Today I was really trying to bring to life two core themes around digital and around data and what the implications are for professional service firms. I wanted them to really understand that these trends aren't going away and the innovation efforts that they're making really need to focus on how can they make the steps they need to either bring in automation or elevation of their existing services, or to really open up new opportunities to work with clients.
I think it's the question of the well-being of staff, both in the office and outside the office, is something that has been raised by the pandemic and is something that's not going away. And it's a competitive issue because there's a huge fight to retain and recruit new staff, and you're only going to do it not by paying more than the next person, but by actually having a place and a culture that is really going to attract young people.
Today I spoke about creating a digital strategy to support firm growth. And one of the things that we're hearing a lot of is we need to digitize this, we need to digitize that, but there's no real strategy to really tie it up. What is it that we are digitizing for? And trying to get firms more so thinking about the growth aspect to promotion, place, price, product, those four things, and how digitization is going to affect it. Because everybody wants to digitize, but if we digitize, but we're still making the same amount of money, then we're not growing. And so getting that put in place and thinking about it differently is beyond that.
So this afternoon I was talking about why purpose is so important for an organization to get right. If you don't know why you're in business, what need you're there to solve, what problem you're there to solve, what service you're there to deliver, then really you're going to have a really challenging time. It's no longer just about a snapshot of financial information and profit. It's about how the organization acts as a corporate citizen and thinks about its impact on the whole ecosystem.
Well, I think first of all, it's a really interesting time for the profession. And as we're being asked to do more and asked to really demonstrate our value, it's a great time to think about infusing technology into audit to improve audit quality. In order for us to be able to do that effectively, though, two things are really important. The first of those is data, and the second is data-enabled auditors.
Well, the keynotes were fabulous today. They were on cloud and the importance of not remaining on the desktop, but migrating your technology because it's moving so fast. We talked about audit and the importance of getting the technical stuff right and standardizing what's happening in the accounting profession. So that was really important. And then a really hard-hitting talk on mental well-being, the importance of the talent shortage, getting it right for this younger generation coming through in the accounting world. The average age of an accountant is 55. It's crazy. The average age of a business owner is early 30s. So how is that panning out? So the key messages for me were that these are burning platforms, these are tough issues, much like climate change that is going on at the moment. We need to do something now, otherwise accounting firms, networks, associations, even the vendors, we're going to get left behind.
Well, digital transformation was happening across all sectors and industries before COVID happened. But what COVID created was the lack of an excuse. Everything had to happen immediately, and there was no laggard status anymore. So digital transformation across all sectors has moved far quicker than anyone really expected because of the pandemic.
I think what the pandemic has done is to accelerate issues that people have been talking about but hoping would go away. One of them is what I've been talking about, which is the culture and mental well-being, but the other one clearly is technology. And technology is going to and is totally transforming what it is to be an accountant.
Specifically for me, I work very closely with a team of software developers based around the world. So we've had to work remotely for some time. We have teams based in the UK, in the US, and in India. COVID has really just reinforced the need for collaboration and human factors as we're working remotely.
COVID is definitely had an impact on the profession, but in different ways. When I take a look at it globally, and we have 236 firms globally, there are some markets that have done incredibly well. In fact, it has redefined or reaffirmed the trusted advisor status of the professional accountancy firm with small businesses, with the middle market. They called their accountant first and said, I need help. What do I do? I am worried about where we're going to be. And those firms have profited greatly. And we've seen that in many of the markets. But there's also some markets that have really struggled with this. There's a few in Latin America, a few in the Asia Pacific region that, companies just weren't surviving. The economy is incredibly weighed down. And so it's had this real impact on it.
So I think what we're seeing changing during the COVID crisis and as we emerge from the COVID crisis is the importance of the role of the accountant as a trusted advisor. That means businesses are looking to their accountants to help them navigate their way through whatever challenges they're facing, to get them back to profitability, to help them pay back any perhaps loans that they've taken out, to help them retain their staff and get their organization back to a thriving position again. And I think that role of trusted advisor means that accountants have to be really educated about what's going on in terms of the market.
COVID's been unprecedented for the whole world, and we know that. It has definitely changed the game, and it's accelerated change. And accountancy as a profession is not one known for its agility, its ability to change and adapt. But what we've seen is a profession that has stood up, been proactive, taken on change. Some of it's been forced, we know, but COVID has changed the game, and it's not so much a reboot. A reboot is where you turn things off, turn it back on, and everything's the same. This is a rethink. This is a revolution.
I've been a proud sponsor and speaker at the Digital Accounting Forum for many years now. And I think that this event is very unique in terms of the quality of people that it brings together. It's giving a room of people that are really influential, experienced, and working truly globally the opportunity to get together, to listen to really insightful presentations from people around the world, but also the opportunity to network and celebrate what's been going on across this fantastic profession.
Well, it's great to come to this forum because it's a chance to meet other senior people in the industry, people not just from my own industry, but also the suppliers, people who actually help us do our jobs.
It's great to connect. The networking here is fantastic. The sponsors that are here and the new companies and businesses that are here promoting what it is that they could do for member firms, I think, is absolutely essential.
The International Accounting Bulletin and Verdicts in Global Data just put on such a tremendous event here. What I love about this is the seniority of it, the gravitas of the people here. You're looking at senior people, senior decision makers, people that affect change, people that decide policy. So we've got some tremendous speakers at the top of the game, speaking with credibility into key issues for the profession. And we've got people in the audience that are listening to that and will take that back to their community and affect change. And we've got some fantastic vendors here too, some sponsors who are just great with the brand. So it's a highlight of the year. We've got the awards to come up tonight, but it's just a quality event.